After having gotten my hands on 3 aftermarket head straps for the Quest 3, this one by ANNAPRO is my favorite, so let's get into the reasons why. I was sent both this head strap and the Quest 3 carrying case by ANNAPRO, but as is always the case with items brands send me, my opinions are my own and not influenced by said brands. Now let's talk about this Quest 3 carrying case first. Visually, it's quite appealing. It has the general appearance of the Quest 3, and you can get it in a gray or a green color. The zipper is sound and did not feel in the slightest like it was cheap and could break quickly. Inside, you have a black accessory carry bag, and on the cover of the case is a zipper meshed storage space for your cables and whatnot. Inside, the body of the case is cut out in the general shape of your Quest 3 and those controllers. These cutouts are, as I said, general shape cutouts and not designed to actually anchor anything in place. If your controllers happen to have knuckle straps of any kind on them, they will not be a perfect fit in their spots. With a little creativity, you may be able to get them to work, but just keep this in mind, which brings me to my number 1 rule with this case. Your Quest 3 should always have a lens protector on it, while in this case, because nothing is guaranteed to be locked into place and free of movement while transporting, and in my head, I can very easily see multiple scenarios where the controllers slip free from their spots and scratch or damage your lenses. The most secured way I could find to use this was to place my controllers with the knuckle straps in their spots, run this strap through the knuckle straps, and then place the Quest 3 in. With the lid closed, everything was pressed so compacted together that even with some very aggressive shaking on my part, nothing came loose. Without the knuckle straps on these to run that strap through though, things still came loose and shifted around in the case. The bigger question though is what kind of head strap can this accommodate? I tried the ever popular Boba VR and nope, wouldn't fit. Best I can tell, compatibility is for stock and elite style head straps only. Halo straps are out of luck, so keep that in mind. So, bigger question, worth buying? It's situational. If you have knuckle straps on your controllers that you can run that strap through, and you have an elite style head strap, then it's not bad. You secure it the way I did, and you should be fine. Side note, I'm not guaranteeing that. Just saying, this was the most secured I could make it. My biggest concern though is things shifting inside and damaging those lenses, so seriously, keep a lens protector on your Quest 3 if you're using this, or for that matter, any case. Moving on to that head strap, like I said, best of the 3 I've used so far. First off, at the top of the box is a warning that I strongly recommend you read about overheating, battery usage, etc., considering this head strap comes with its own built-in 6500 milliamp battery. I've read about issues with various batteries not keeping the Quest 3 charged, and I can say with certainty this one does. Over the time I've used it, typically I get about 2 extra hours of game time with this battery. Mind you, most of that gaming involves recording footage, etc. So basically things that would take even more battery than mere gaming alone. So that's a huge win here. Some of my better gaming sessions lasted a little over 4 hours before the headset actually died on me. If 4 hours wasn't enough for you, the downside to this head strap is that the battery is built in and not hot swappable. This hasn't been a problem for me because if I find myself in a position where 4 hours wasn't going to be enough, I have separate batteries that I can, in a pinch, run a cable to and keep them in my pocket to extend my game time. All in all though, big win here for this head strap. In the box, like most of these, it comes with a very cushioned top strap. I'm personally not a fan of the cushioned top strap approach, and so instead, I used one I had lying around with no cushion. I've heard lots of people like the cushion top strap, which is probably why they do it, It would be nice though if there was a choice. Assembly is simple enough though. Flip the arms around, attach the back pad, making sure the loop is facing up, as that's what your top strap attaches to, then attach it to your Quest 3. It is very hard to mess this part up, as there are two very distinctive holes that can only go in specific spots. Tip for attaching it to the Quest 3, loop the front part on first, then snap the rear on. If you try to do the rear first, then the front, I found that to be a struggle. Once it's on your Quest 3, you attach your top strap, and voila, you're done. So what exactly makes this one better than the other two I've reviewed, you might ask? Setting aside the built-in battery, as the other two didn't have one of those, two reasons: the ratchet mechanism and the back pad. Let's talk ratchet mechanism first. The ratchet mechanism should stay where it's set at and not slide and move on you the way this unnamed one does. When I was testing this unnamed one out, the most annoying thing was to take it off my head, and as I'm holding it with the front section facing down, back section facing up, to have the head strap close up on me as far as it would go, leading me to having to manually ratchet it back out the next time I put it on. With this one, it stays put and I can manually adjust it as needed when taking it on and off, so big win here. The second thing is this back pad. I was originally skeptical of it, as the material is the same material as the previous unnamed one, and a problem I had with that one is, as I was playing, I would notice it start to inch its way up the back of my head as I moved. Needless to say, when I saw this one, I'm like, uh-oh. Well, turns out this one doesn't do that. And I've decided it's not because of material, but the size. Future me cutting in here, I have just said that I concluded that it was a size difference that made the ANNAPRO head strap better at cupping the back of your head, leading to less slippage. I've changed my mind. If you look at the two back pads, you can see that they are relatively the same size. The difference, which also led me to believe that ANNAPRO one was bigger, is a shape thing, not a size thing. If you look at them, the center opening is approximately the same width on both, but on the ANNAPRO one, it's got a larger vertical opening, leading to an overall bigger opening, which does a better job cupping the back of your head and leading to less slippage. This also led me to realize that some of my favorite fitting head straps have this specific shape on that back pad, so it's something to think on as you're shopping for a head strap for your VR setup. Something else I think could be a selling point for you: if you're looking at their Amazon page, you'll see that it's offered in the standard white as well as blue and orange. Mine was sent to me, so beggars can't be choosers, but if I was actually going to buy this, I'm thinking I would probably go with the blue to add a little bit of flair to my headset. I haven't seen a lot of head straps in the past offer different color choices, so it's really cool that they do so with this one. All in all, we are looking at a fine head strap for the Quest 3, and if you're looking at upgrading from the stock one and the Elite style is your jam, this would be a good choice, but I would love to hear from you. Do you have a preferred head strap for the Quest 3? And if so, why? Let me know in the comments below.